Today we're diving into the life of a remarkable artist whose voice defined an era, Laura Ann Branigan. From a shy, introverted child growing up in a musical family to a powerhouse vocalist who captured the hearts of millions, Laura's journey is one of inspiration, triumph, and resilience. Stick with us as we uncover her incredible story, including the challenges she faced, the love she shared, and the legacy she left behind. Laura Ann Branigan was born on July 3, 1952 in Brewster, New York, a quaint suburban town just outside New York City. Her family was of Irish descent, and music was a natural part of their lives. Laura's grandmother had studied opera in Ireland, and her parents shared a love for singing, often filling their home with music during family gatherings. These sing-alongs, led by her parents, were some of Laura's earliest memories of musical harmony. Yet she initially showed no interest in pursuing a professional singing career. Growing up, Laura was known to be a shy and introverted child. While her reserved nature often made her hesitant to take the spotlight, she found solace in singing with her church choir and harmonizing with friends. She described these moments as joyful but purely recreational, as she had not yet considered music as a future vocation. Laura's high school years were pivotal in shaping her future. Though shy, she had a deep admiration for the arts and found herself gravitating toward creative outlets. One of her teachers recognized her potential and encouraged her to audition for the school musical in her senior year. With trepidation, Laura stepped into the audition process and was ultimately cast in the lead role of The Pajama Game. Stepping onto the stage for the first time marked a transformative moment in her life. Laura later reflected on this experience, saying, "It was amazing. Once I was up there, I felt a tremendous confidence. I realized this was my way of expressing myself, and that was it. This newfound confidence ignited a passion for performance that would guide her future choices." Outside of music and theater, Laura's upbringing in Brewster was relatively modest. She attended Byram Hills High School, where she was known for her quiet demeanor, but also for her warmth and kindness. Her experiences growing up in a small town fostered a sense of humility and authenticity that she carried into her later career. Despite her blossoming passion for performing, Laura faced the typical challenges of a young dreamer. Coming from a family that valued practicality, she initially balanced her aspirations with her parents' expectations. However, her success in high school theater and her growing confidence set the stage for her to chase her dreams more boldly as she transitioned into adulthood. Laura Ann Branigan was born into a family that had a deep appreciation for music, which became a defining aspect of her upbringing. Her parents, Kathleen O'Hare Branigan and James Branigan Sr., were both musically inclined and encouraged an environment filled with melodies and harmonies. Kathleen, a homemaker, and James, an account executive and mutual funds broker, ensured that music was a regular feature of their family life. Their shared love for singing often turned dinner tables into impromptu concerts, where they led sing-alongs that brought joy and connection to their children. Laura was the fourth of 5 children in the Branigan household. She had 3 brothers, Billy, Bobby, and Jimmy, and a sister, Susan. Growing up in Brewster, New York, Laura shared a close bond with her siblings. The Branigan children often participated in group activities, with music being a common thread that tied them together. While specific details about their individual lives are less documented, it's evident that Laura's familial connections provided her with a solid foundation of love and support. A significant influence on Laura's musical lineage was her paternal grandmother, who had studied opera in Ireland. This familial link to formal music training undoubtedly planted early seeds of appreciation for vocal artistry even if Laura didn't initially see herself following that path. Despite the musical environment at home, Laura's early shyness often kept her from showcasing her talents. However, her family recognized her potential and supported her quiet efforts, from singing harmony with friends to performing in the church choir. Their encouragement played a subtle but vital role in helping her overcome her natural reticence. As Laura transitioned into adulthood and began pursuing a career in the arts, her family continued to be a source of strength. Her mother, Kathleen, was particularly supportive, and her father, James, while practical, admired her determination. Laura's ability to remain grounded, even amid the pressures of fame, was often attributed to the strong values instilled by her family during her formative years. Tragically, Laura endured great personal loss within her family later in life. She dedicated much of her time in the 1990s to caring for her husband, Larry Krutek, after he was diagnosed with cancer. During this challenging period, the strength she had drawn from her close-knit family growing up likely helped her navigate the emotional toll of caregiving. After graduating from high school in 1975, Laura Branigan took her first steps toward a career in the arts by enrolling at the prestigious American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City. Her time at the Academy not only honed her acting and vocal abilities, but also built her resilience and determination. To support herself, Laura worked as a waitress, a role she later credited with helping her overcome her natural shyness and develop the confidence needed for a career in entertainment. Laura's first significant break came when she joined Canadian folk legend Leonard Cohen as a backup singer. Touring Europe with Cohen exposed her to the intricacies of live performance and the realities of the music industry. This experience broadened her artistic horizons and solidified her desire to pursue a solo career. Understanding the importance of professional guidance, Laura sought out Sid Bernstein, a seasoned manager known for his work with the Rascals and the Bay City Rollers. Bernstein recognized Laura's talent and began featuring her in private performances for industry insiders. However, her initial efforts to secure a record deal proved challenging. In 1979, Laura's perseverance paid off when she auditioned for Amit Erdogan, chairman of Atlantic Records. Impressed by her vocal abilities and potential, Erdogan signed her to the label. Despite early uncertainties about her musical direction, Atlantic Records paired Laura with German producer Jack White, whose expertise in Europop shaped the sound of her debut album. Laura's debut album, Branigan, 1982, featured the breakout hit, Gloria, a high-energy cover of an Italian pop song by Umberto Tozzi. The single skyrocketed to fame, reaching number 1, 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and remaining on the chart for an impressive 36 weeks. This success earned Laura her first Grammy nomination and cemented her place as a rising star of the early 1980s music scene. She followed this with a string of hits including Solitaire, 1983, Self-Control, 1984, and the emotionally powerful ballad The Power of Love, 1987. Her dynamic vocal range, which spanned 4 octaves, and her charismatic stage presence made her a standout performer. Laura's music became synonymous with the vibrant, synth-driven sound of the 1980s, and her videos found a prominent place on MTV, further enhancing her fame. While Laura's career was largely defined by her danceable hits, she also excelled in ballads and dramatic performances. She often cited French torch singer Edith Piaf as one of her greatest inspirations, striving to touch her audience's hearts with raw emotion. Laura's talents extended beyond music. She made guest appearances on popular television shows such as Ships and contributed songs to major film soundtracks, including Flashdance and Ghostbusters. Her music's cinematic quality ensured it resonated with audiences across different mediums. In the mid-1990s, Laura took a hiatus from her career to care for her husband, Larry Krutek, who was battling cancer. This period marked a temporary pause in her public life, though she continued to perform occasional concerts. Laura re-emerged in the early 2000s with The Essentials, a digitally remastered compilation of her greatest hits. She also ventured into acting, playing the role of Janis Joplin in the off-Broadway musical Love, Janis. Fans were thrilled to see her return, and Laura began recording new material while also performing at live events. At the time of her passing in 2004, Laura was actively working on several projects, including an EP, a cookbook manuscript, and the launch of her official online store. Despite her sudden death from a brain aneurysm, her impact on the music industry endures. Laura Branigan remains a symbol of the passionate, larger-than-life energy of 1980s pop music. Her voice and artistry continue to inspire fans and musicians worldwide. Although Laura Ann Branigan achieved remarkable success in her career, she was not immune to controversies and challenges, particularly concerning her management and contractual obligations. One of the most notable incidents involved her decision to switch management from Sid Bernstein to Susan Joseph, a move that led to a protracted legal dispute and significant pressure on her career. Sid Bernstein, Laura's first manager, was a well-established figure in the music industry, known for his work with legendary acts such as the Beatles and the Rascals. He played a pivotal role in the early stages of Laura's career, arranging intimate performances to capture the attention of music producers. However, as Laura began working with Atlantic Records and experiencing early success, she felt that Bernstein was no longer the right fit to take her career to the next level. In 1982, Laura made the bold decision to end her partnership with Bernstein and instead teamed up with Susan Joseph, who later played a crucial role in shaping her image and musical brand. This transition, however, was not without complications. Bernstein filed a lawsuit against Laura, alleging breach of contract and demanding $15 million in damages. The lawsuit garnered attention within the entertainment industry, particularly due to the substantial damages Bernstein sought and the previously close working relationship between him and Laura. While the exact details of the lawsuit's resolution were not widely publicized, the controversy undoubtedly placed significant pressure on Laura during the early years of her career. Despite this legal challenge, Laura remained focused and continued to thrive. Under Susan Joseph's management, she achieved major milestones with hits such as Gloria, Solitaire, and Self-Control, which cemented her status as an international music sensation. At the time, the legal dispute did not significantly tarnish Laura's public image. Fans remained captivated by her music and stage presence, largely unaffected by the behind-the-scenes controversy. However, within the entertainment industry, the lawsuit served as a stark reminder of the complexities and risks artists face in managing relationships with managers and record labels. Following the management switch, Laura's collaboration with Susan Joseph proved fruitful, leading her to greater heights in her career. However, the lawsuit with Sid Bernstein underscored the importance of carefully navigating management relationships and thoroughly understanding contractual agreements in the highly competitive entertainment industry. While Laura's professional life was marked by such challenges, her personal life painted a different picture, one of love, resilience, and selflessness. Laura Ann Branigan shared a deeply personal and significant chapter of her life with her husband, Larry Krutek, a prominent attorney. The couple's relationship, though private, was characterized by a profound bond of love and mutual respect. In the mid-1990s, at the height of her career, Laura made the selfless decision to step away from the limelight to focus on her husband's health. Larry had been diagnosed with colon cancer, and the diagnosis prompted Laura to put her career on hold to become his primary caregiver. This period was marked by unwavering dedication and sacrifice as Laura prioritized Larry's well-being over her professional ambitions. The couple reportedly shared a quiet life during these years, far from the glitz and glamour of the music industry. They leaned on each other for emotional strength, with Laura using her natural optimism and resilience to support Larry through his battle with the illness. Despite the challenges they faced, their love for one another remained steadfast, a testament to the depth of their connection. Tragically, Larry passed away in 1996 after his long fight with cancer. His death was a devastating loss for Laura, leaving her grief-stricken and reflective. For several years following his passing, Laura largely retreated from public life, performing only occasionally. This hiatus allowed her to process her grief and rebuild her sense of purpose. Larry's passing had a lasting impact on Laura's life and music. Her performances during this period were often imbued with deeper emotion, reflecting the pain and strength she had cultivated through her personal experiences. While Laura eventually returned to recording and performing in the early 2000s, she always carried the memory of her husband with her, honoring the love and support they had shared. Beyond her marriage, Laura Branigan cultivated numerous meaningful relationships throughout her life and career. These connections, ranging from professional collaborations to personal friendships, shaped her journey in significant ways. Laura's professional relationships were integral to her rise in the music industry. Early in her career, Sid Bernstein, a renowned manager and promoter, recognized her potential and helped her secure early opportunities. Despite their eventual legal dispute, Bernstein's initial support was pivotal in setting the foundation for her success. Her transition to working with Susan Joseph, a new manager, marked a turning point in her career. Under Joseph's guidance, Laura refined her musical identity and achieved some of her biggest successes, including hits like Gloria and Self-Control. While the shift from Bernstein to Joseph was marred by controversy, it ultimately allowed Laura to grow and reach her full potential as an artist. Producers and collaborators also played a significant role in Laura's career. Her work with German producer Jack White on her debut album introduced her to the Europop style that defined many of her iconic songs. Later, she worked with remixers and producers to reimagine her classic hits, including remixed versions of Self-Control and Gloria, which resonated with new generations of listeners. Laura had the opportunity to collaborate with other musicians and artists throughout her career. One of her earliest roles was as a backup singer for Leonard Cohen, which not only gave her valuable experience but also exposed her to the nuances of live performance. This collaboration left a lasting impression on her artistic approach. She also shared close ties with other performers in the industry, particularly during the height of the 1980s pop music scene. Her contemporaries, including artists like Kim Carnes and Cyndi Lauper, shared similar struggles and triumphs as they navigated the rapidly evolving music industry of the MTV era. Outside of her professional life, Laura maintained strong personal relationships. Her warmth and generosity endeared her to friends, fans, and colleagues alike. Known for her down-to-earth demeanor, she often formed genuine connections with those she worked with. Laura's relationships with her siblings also remained a grounding force in her life. Though she spent much of her time in the spotlight, she cherished her family and the values they instilled in her. One of Laura's most enduring relationships was with her fans. Her performances were known for their emotional intensity, and she frequently expressed gratitude for the unwavering support she received throughout her career. Whether at live concerts or through fan letters, Laura built a loyal following that celebrated her artistry and authenticity. Laura Branigan passed away unexpectedly on August 26, 2004, at her home in East Quogue, New York, at the age of 52. The cause of death was a brain aneurysm, a sudden and tragic medical condition that stunned her fans, family, and the music industry alike. Laura's death marked the end of a remarkable life and career, leaving a void in the hearts of those who admired her talent and generosity. Laura had reportedly been experiencing persistent headaches in the days leading up to her death. However, she dismissed them as minor ailments, unaware that they were symptoms of a life-threatening condition. The brain aneurysm struck suddenly and proved fatal, cutting short her vibrant life and career. At the time of her passing, Laura was deeply immersed in several creative endeavors. She was working on a new EP, which fans eagerly anticipated as her comeback to the music scene. Additionally, Laura was writing a cookbook showcasing her lesser-known passion for culinary arts. She also had plans to launch an official online store to connect with her global fan base and offer merchandise, including exclusive items tied to her music legacy. These projects underscored Laura's relentless creativity and her desire to engage with her audience in meaningful ways. Her unexpected death meant that these works remained unfinished, leaving her fans to imagine what could have been. The news of Laura's passing sent shockwaves through the music world. Fans, fellow artists, and industry figures expressed their grief and paid tribute to her enduring influence. Radio stations revisited her iconic hits like Gloria and Self-Control, reminding listeners of her unique voice and the indelible mark she left on 1980s pop music. Colleagues and collaborators spoke of Laura's kindness, professionalism, and passion for her craft. Many noted her ability to touch people's hearts, not just through her music, but through her genuine and humble nature. Laura's passing was not just a loss to the music industry, but also to the countless fans whose lives she had touched through her artistry. Her 4-octave vocal range, emotive performances, and timeless hits cemented her place as one of the most memorable artists of her era. Her legacy continues to thrive through her music, which remains a staple on playlists and in pop culture. Songs like Gloria and Self-Control continue to inspire new generations of listeners, ensuring that Laura's voice and spirit endure. In the years following her death, tribute concerts and fan gatherings have celebrated her life and work. Her official website, managed by her estate, has become a hub for fans to connect and honor her memory. Beyond her contributions to music, Laura was remembered for her compassion and resilience. Her ability to balance personal hardships, such as caring for her late husband, with her professional achievements, made her a source of inspiration for many. Laura Branigan's life was a melody of highs and lows, but her voice continues to resonate, inspiring fans around the world. Whether it's her iconic hits like Gloria and Self-Control, or her touching story of perseverance and love, Laura's legacy is timeless. Thank you for joining us to celebrate this unforgettable artist. If her story touched you, don't forget to like, comment, and share. We'd love to hear your favorite memory of Laura. Until next time, let's keep her music and spirit alive.